Sanbanani Dumelang Absheni and hello. Welcome to Sports Wrap on UJTV. My name is Mpumelelo Dlamini and of course, today we are here to bring you ins and outs of sports. Please make sure that you follow us on all our social media platforms. We are UJ_sport as well as UJTV23. With no further ado, let's roll it. Joining me right now in studio, Mr. Barakster, the man behind the lenses and the camera. How are you?
The president.
Sorry, are we renaming you now?
Hello. No. Standard, can't change it, otherwise it's going to confuse the masses. Good day to the viewers. How are you, Lelo?
I'm great, thank you. Highlights of the week, anything exciting? What stood out for you?
It's becoming difficult as the year is to reach an end, because like I've said previously, there's not a lot of sport happening at university level, but obviously I am aware of provincial and national sport as all that is taking place. Now, I'll pick on cricket, women's cricket. I didn't follow it much, but I'm very much informed that, besmingile man. The congratulations to the ladies. They qualified for the semi-finals of the T20 they're currently playing, and because of the lock points, and the points difference, it had to come down to the net run rate, of which we obviously managed to qualify by, thereby just edging England and keeping them behind while we go through to obviously contest for hopefully for the final. Then we can go for the title. So I think that was very good for them to have played previously well in the previous games and score points so well that the net run rate had to come to the rescue. Secondly, for the first time, I've got two.
Sorry.
The SA Cup, the SA Rugby Under 21 Cup is currently going, and I think a huge shout out to the Fidelity ADT Lions Under 21 and Under 19 teams who have had a massive season. Under 21 specifically going unbeaten, and they're playing a final today. No, they're playing Saturday. Yeah. The Under 21 are going unbeaten and they're playing a final tomorrow, at the Emirates Airline Park against the Western Province. I think they stand a great chance of winning the tournament. There is no way you can go unbeaten and then, come and fumble in the final. I think that's motivation enough. So I think they've had a great season to go unbeaten. So hopefully the trophy is staying in Gauteng, because usually, the Blue Bulls junior teams would go for the trophy, but they change it.
Well, lucky enough and fun fact, me and you actually have the same highlights of the week where it goes all the way to the Protea.
Hey, I love it for us.
But also you touched base on the Lions, ne?
Yes.
And you said they're unbeaten.
The Under 21s.
The Under 21s.
Yes.
What happened there by the Curry Cup, where the Lions were also unbeaten?
Oh, of course. They lost to the Sharks to the Hollywood Bears in the final, with obviously Jaden Hendricks kicking the penalty after they got a penalty. Funny enough, Jaden came from the Lions in the same year. For me, maybe I don't understand rugby that well, but when the Lions kicked for touch after the Hornet went and they won the line out, I believe they should have taken the ball out and kick it out, but they wanted to maul. I don't know why, because you are leading the game, the Hornets went, you're technically winning, the title. And then Sharks had a turnover in that moment, and they went for poles. I think it was 58 meters or something like that. And Jaden split the sticks, and that's how the Sharks won. So the Lions beat themselves. No pun intended.
Hey, hopefully this time it won't happen anything snacks like that.
I believe in Coach Mzwake and his technical team, so I'm rooting for the Lions.
Well, let's have a look at your upcoming fixtures. And 3 points this past weekend with the Hollywood Bets Super League. Well, the women decided, you know what? 2-0 against Richmond United. But King is the second last game. We need to finish on a high note. Quoting also, Angela Munasi also mentioned that the goal of the season was to actually place third.
Yeah.
And third is what they got. So if they say next season we want to place first,
we must believe them. But I think statistically, it's still too soon to confirm the third position finish.
Yeah.
And I'll obviously break it down for you. The league is coming to an end obviously after long, and unfortunately, I think I will witness again two teams obviously being relegated back to the Sasol League. In their respective regions. In the London ladies from Devon played 29 games so far, one more to go. They won 5, drew 1, lost 23. They conceded 64 goals overall. And remember, they were a new team this year. Obviously playing with the youngsters. Some of them are still in high school, so I think for them it was a learning curve. Maybe you wouldn't want to get relegated because now you have to start afresh, which is a very long process. But I think the second team to go down is Thunderbirds ladies, confirmed. They are straight out. They played 29 so far, lost 26. Drew 3 and never won a game. So the 3 points they have in the log is from the draws. So I think they definitely have some serious work to do, Thunderbirds ladies. But I think with the UJ ladies, as obviously you mentioned, they have one more game to go on the 9th of November. Against the London ladies, to whom they beat previously, in the first leg. So I am certain they will win. I think for now, obviously, for them to finish on the third position on the log, they must win because TS Galaxy, who are currently number 4, have 3 games left, under their belt. So which means they have potential 9 points, coming if they win. But TS Galaxy must lose one of the 3 games so that they stay below, obviously, in terms of log position points. And after the league, maybe the girls will get a week off before they start with the USA preparation. So I think UJ football women are definitely on the right path. They must just hope TS loses one of the 3 games because they will win their game. Then that third position is definitely cemented.
Locked in. And obviously with Aisha Musa taking that Player of the Match award, how many has she taken this year?
I remember 2, if not 3. She's very instrumental. She's literally perhaps one of the true definitions of a midfielder.
Yeah.
She creates, she supplies, and obviously she connects the wingers and the strikers to make sure she supplies the ball in the right positions.
And moving on to the ABC Netbank. Unfortunately, that first game, it didn't go as planned with a 2-2 all draw. And that actually led us to a penalty loss, 5-4. Against Gamora United as well.
UJ and penalties.
Hey.
We need a serious solution. There is nothing much to write home about, because the ABC Municipal League just started. Obviously we take one game at a time, so no pressure on the boys there. We still have quite a lot of games to go. But I think today, obviously Friday the 18th, the boys are playing an away game, which will be the third game of the ABC League for them, and they are targeting maximum points there. And I say this because in 2023 they lost 2-1 at home, and they won 2-1 away against Soweto Super United, which is the same team that they're playing today. So by stats, the win-lose probability is 50-50, but I'm hoping that they can go for a win and just obviously. But we want the win. No one wants to lose. So and like I said, one game at a time, and they will build on that momentum going forward in the ABC Municipal League. Yes, you're right. The Nedbank Cup didn't go as we would have wanted. To lead a game 2-1, then come back to draw 2-2 is another story, and then lose on penalties because penalties you can't really predict. It's anyone's game, and unfortunately they had to come from behind on that part.
It is a sad story indeed, Mara. Shapa UJ Shapa, varsity football. That's what we want next year, and most definitely we're gonna prepare towards that. Of course,
we still have a lot to play for, so this is only the beginning.
Hi, engindaba ethusayo is that from one finalist to picking up the trophy, to still being a finalist now and playing the final coming up with the cricket. Hey, we don't really know much about cricket because they don't speak that much. They just play.
Yeah, look, just in the previous week, the men and the women UJ cricket teams won the Black Widow T20 games easily, and I think they're through to the next phase, which is potentially the finals. Because obviously the T20 season is very short.
Yeah.
But looking at the bigger picture of the cricket games in general, the betting numbers are coming along so far. Very decently good. The batsmen are in their 40s, going to the 70s. Obviously, in the game. So on average, so far, when I'm looking at the numbers, a single batsman is giving us 44 runs in 27 balls. I think that's fair because we are winning our games. Maybe losing one or two. Because we participating in two leagues, the President's B and the Premier Division. So you've got 2 or 3 cricket teams which have been prepared at the same time, which makes it easier for the squad selection for USA cricket in December. And I think looking at the previous games, the likes of Sierra Debe, betted 72 runs, scored 72 runs, in 45 against Wanderers, And these are the type of standards that we want to set and build on going forward because the guys can give us, quite maximum of what they can. And I think if we do well in the league, we have a great preparation for USA cricket in December because I think what works for us is this league only starts just before USA. So game time wise we're good. Game preparation, match fitness, and everything that can go around preparing for a tournament. So I think the cricket boys are doing very good so far.
And also the cricket men are doing so great so far, but in studio.
Yes.
Before I introduce them, we have the netball ladies. And in other exciting news right now, we are joined by the varsity in netball stars. Well, these ladies are silver medalists, and we know that it was supposed to be a gold, but we'll take a silver medal. Joining us right now, we have Muhluri Hlatshwayo as well as Alex Meimaris. Hi guys, how are you?
Good, thanks for you.
You guys look shy. Come on now. Hi guys, how are you?
We're good, thanks. How are you?
Great, thank you. For those who don't know you, can you guys please introduce yourself? We can start with you, Alex.
Okay, well, I'm Alex Meimaris. I'm not sure what other details to give.
Which position do you play?
Oh, okay. I play wing attack for the varsity netball team. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Muhluri Hlatshwayo. I play goal shooter, hoping for goal attack soon.
I mean, David, you were part of with the ladies from the beginning until the end. 8 games in total, 6 robin rounds, and wins all the way. What would you say about the ladies?
Yeah, look, like we've been saying, we've said before, it's obviously been quite a long season, a very competitive one. We've seen, interesting performances on the court with the girls, obviously, So I think we've had a great season. Just unfortunately, as you said, obviously we came back with silver. It is an achievement, given the team's performance and investment into the tournament. Or even though we would have hoped for gold, So, yeah.
And ladies, for those who do not know, what are you studying, maybe?
I'm doing a diploma in accountancy. This is my final year.
Talking money. Alex?
I'm doing a BA in humanities, and it is my first year currently studying.
Interesting. So now, obviously, to just broaden the spectrum a bit, Alex, let's start with you. As you say, you're a first year student. You were playing for UJ in the previous year. Who are you? Where do you come from? How was it growing up there? And how did you end up at UJ Netball?
So I grew up like Edenvale, Kempton. I went to Edenvale High School. And I actually found out through UJ, through a previous coach I used to play for indoor netball.
Yeah.
And he obviously knew that Coach Bongi was the coach and recommended that maybe I should consider applying at UJ, considering the great coaching staff at UJ. So yeah, that's kind of how it started. I then applied and got accepted, and here we are.
Interesting. Now you're part of the big team,
Yes.
a top 2 team.
Yes.
Muhluri, you're from Limpopo. You could have potentially studied, obviously with the province, or Mpumalanga, the bit closer, or Pretoria, distance-wise. Why did you choose UJ?
I wasn't even supposed to play netball. I wasn't supposed to play netball. So I've been like a basketball player from when I was 10.
Yeah.
So Coach Bongi contacted me. I think I was in grade 12. And then she's like, don't you want to play netball? And I'm like, netball? And then that's when it started. And then I came to UJ, started playing my netball 2021. That was my first time playing netball ever.
Yeah.
So she's really a good coach. The fact that she can transition someone from basketball to netball.
Of course.
Yeah, so it's...
And in your first year, as you say, coming from a different sporting code, did you ever feel like I shouldn't be here? Did you ever feel like quitting? How was the transition? Was it difficult?
It was hard. It was really hard, but the girls were there for me all the way.
True.
Because the fact that everybody knows how to play, I don't know how to catch a netball ball,
Yeah.
there's stepping, there's a lot of rules. Like, it's different rules, different ball game. So it was just so hard, but I'm just so glad that they were there for me because everyone was trying to help. Like, oh, you stand like this, shoot like this. So
This is very interesting because even I didn't really know that you came from basketball, no, but I think it's also a testimony that, obviously you can always transition between, multiple sporting codes, and if you apply yourself, you are able to settle in there and adjust. I mean, you're one of the best goal shooters at the moment, and you wouldn't even say that you come from basketball. Very interesting. Lelo?
I just want you guys to sum up the entire varsity netball season. Alex, for you, it's the first time playing, but I know you might have expectations, you might have wanted certain things to happen. How would you sum up the season for yourself?
I would say this is a season to remember. A lot of hard work behind the scenes that people don't see. And like as tough as it was at times, it's just knowing what we're working towards is what kept me going, as well as the team and the coaching staff I was surrounded by. I really feel like we formed such a great bond and family this season. Obviously hoping for a win. We didn't end up getting it, but I do feel like winning a final is something that you learn. We've had 2 times in a row now that we've been in the final, and hopefully the 3rd time we're gonna have all the answers and know what to do going forward. So I definitely think next year is a year we'll be able to take. But
Interesting.
You're a senior considering that also.
Guys, I'm still sad. Honestly.
Trauma.
I'm so sad. It's traumatizing. The fact that she'll play finals twice, but it's really a blessing because most teams don't get to play final.
True.
Yeah, and we've worked so hard. Because I remember when we started last year, it started a little bit shaky.
Yes.
But this year we're winning because we worked so hard. And I feel like we wanted it so bad this year. Yeah. So sad that we couldn't get it, but everyone says that time is a charm. So
Hey, fancy.
coming.
So hopefully 2025.
Yes.
I mean, building up into the tournament, obviously, every team prepares it different ways, and we play different games or different tournaments. You played, Alex, you played TNL this year, for the first time. Muhluri, you've been there before. Let us talk about the experience, which can be used as a preparation for varsity netball. How different is TNL, which is arguably one of the biggest, league in the country in terms of netball? How different is it from varsity netball, and how does that prepare you guys because it happens before varsity netball? Let's start with you, Alex.
I feel like TNL, although it is considered a bigger platform, it didn't really feel that way. I definitely feel like the competitiveness within Varsity Cup was a lot more. But I do feel like TNL prepared me in terms of playing in front of a crowd for the first time, and the whole traveling aspect, and getting involved within a new team. I feel like sometimes it's difficult to adapt to a new team, especially when players have been playing together. Whereas I felt like through TNL I also learned how to adapt better. Also, there's obviously a lot of eyes on you, which can be nerve-wracking at times, and I feel like it's the same with Varsity Cup, maybe even a bit more. So I feel like also TNL kind of prepped me for just knowing to control myself and not get worked up in certain situations, also when things get a bit tough.
So maybe that's why you're so dominant at varsity netball. Because every week you're just, one of the people that the commentators were literally speaking about, every game, you even won player of the match at some point. Muhluri, you guys, last season you got promoted, and this year you played, the super division of TNL. How different was that in terms of challenge and competition? Because obviously you're playing with the likes of the Gauteng Jaguars, the Fireballs, the Free State, aside as well.
It was so different, honestly. It was so different. The fact that we had a different team 2023.
Yes.
Yeah, when we won the whole league, league, for us to go to Division 1. And then we come back 2024, it's a different ball game, different players. We have to train together. It was so different. It's different levels of netball. Even though I'm playing varsity netball, it's high performance. But like most people that are in like Limpopo, they don't play high performance.
True.
They don't play high performance. So it was just, it was so different, and it was hard. Like for me, this season was the toughest season ever.
Yeah.
Like I got tested a lot. It broke me. Like when I say Tiano broke me, yeah, Tiano broke me. Because sometimes you feel like you can't play because you don't know what should I do.
True.
Yeah. But with UJ, it's like. With UJ, playing with your sisters.
Of course.
Yeah, you're playing with your sisters. You know, if you make a mistake, they got you.
Yeah.
No one will say, Muhluri, you're not doing this correctly.
Yeah.
They'll tell you in a good way. It's like, we're sisters.
Yeah,
like,
true.
That's why we like play nicely together, because we connect. It's not even like an in-court thing. We connect
Of court
off
as
court.
well.
Yeah, we connect like. The connection is just there, because once you play with your friends, like you have to fight for them.
Of course. That is very beautiful. You guys also, both of you, in different matches, you won FNB Player of the Match awards. Does that award, for you personally, make a difference as a player? Say, oh my goodness, Alex.
Yes, I was obviously very excited. Obviously, coming into my first varsity netball season, you're obviously wanting to hopefully get recognised and showcase what you have.
Yes.
So it was definitely an honour to have been given that title. Definitely something I had wanted and was working towards coming into this Varsity Cup season. And obviously I'm very proud of all the other girls as well who got player of the matches as well, including you, Chomi.
Yes, Chomi.
But not only just players who didn't get player of the match, obviously it is a team effort and we all work towards that together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Lilo?
Well, they say there's no better hood than a sisterhood. Ladies, to matriculants right now who are just worried about, am I going to make it into the team? Am I going to make it into university specifically? How do you balance both? And what would your advice be to anyone applying to especially the University of Johannesburg?
Come prepared. Like,
that is so
come
real.
prepared. When you come here, just know there's no rest, my sister. You need to work so hard, because like you just can't. Because if you fail, you can't play.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and people forget that if you fail, you can't play. So every time you need to work hard, like study. And what I love about UJ is that if you're struggling, there's like people who can assist you for you to like improve your marks. So just come prepared. It's a good space. It's a good space for netball. It's so nice to like coming back from school, you go and play netball. It helps, really helps. So come prepared, come ready.
It's difficult. So now, before we tap into the emotional side of the game, obviously where you feel like you're getting tested in child, I want to find out, Alex, just give us a run through of a day in the life of a student athlete. What do you do from the morning to night, and at what time do you do this and that?
Sure. Okay. So I would say like I can use a week before SAL final, for example. It would, for me specifically, wake up 4:30, having to leave my house at 5:15 in order to get to training for 6.
Yeah.
We would have a 2-hour training session. It would be about 3 to 4 times a week from 6 to 8. About an hour's rest, 9 to 10 we had a gym session. After that I would have, depending on my schedule regarding class, some days it would be 1 class, 2 classes, sometimes no classes, but on a day I would have class, let's say it was like 10:30 till 12, and then I would then go home. It would obviously be catching up on any outstanding work, studies, assignments, and back at it again the next day, I guess.
Muhluri, maybe looking at the semi-final and the final, because those are a bit more emotionally testing games, what's going through your mind on court when you hear your name being shouted from the court side by the coaches? Muhluri, come on, do this! No, the fans are booing at you. The UJ supporters are singing for you. How do you concentrate? How do you emotionally handle those type of moments?
For me, it starts before the game.
Yeah.
So I'll go on court, take my shots, and I'm just like, it's just me in the pool.
Yeah.
It's just me in the pool. There's no one else. So that's what I tell myself every time I'm shooting.
Yeah.
Because also when you're not playing at home, obviously people boo.
Of course.
Yeah. So they always boo. So It was like hard for us. Like first time when we started booing, I think we were playing against TUT, and they were like saying TUT the whole time. That was like, it was awful. Yeah, it was awful because we're not used to that. We're not used to people booing. Like, okay, you get injured, people are booing. It was just like too much.
Yeah.
But when we went to semi-finals, we prepared for that. Yeah, I remember we had like a training session when like coach called people in, like our club members, to boo us when we were playing.
Oh, interesting.
And and the calls were like bad against us.
Yeah.
So when we went to semi-finals, we're like, okay, it's gonna happen because we're not playing at home.
Of course.
Yeah. And we're playing at Kofsis, and Kofsis doesn't want us to play with Kofsis. The Kofsis supporters. So obviously they'll boo.
There's a lot of challenges.
There's a lot of things.
There's a I think it's what it does in quarter two. There were times where Henleys had to go out of the circle to collect the ball, and you were left with two defenders, and the ball wasn't coming. Do you get frustrated?
No, I don't. I don't get frustrated because I know the ball will come. I'm just like, I'm staying.
Yeah.
If I go out, what if I can't come back? And coach will like, don't come out.
The ball will come to you.
Yeah, the ball will come.
Hey, Alex, there's times where you want to feed the circle, but you can't find Muhluri. Emotions?
Yeah, I mean, that's when you just have to stay calm. We know UJ is known for keeping ball possession pretty good, so we would just remain calm, play as many balls as we can until we find the right time to feed to Muhluri.
Of course.
And most definitely, I must say, Muhluri is the calmest goal shooter I've ever seen. Because even when it's tense and it's 55-55, she's just like, composure.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
We'll come
And you
back.
sink those shots.
Of course.
Because it's just me and the pole.
Accuracy.
And what would you guys like to say to your fans? I mean, they've been with you guys from the beginning until the end. Till this day, we're seeing some predictions there on the awards saying netball might take it this year. What do you guys think?
I hope we do take it.
No, so I hope so, yeah.
Please, even though we didn't win finals, we've been trying. Like, we've been playing finals back to back.
And considering we had a really good season leading up to finals. I mean, only losing one game. Although there were things that we could blame it on, although we shouldn't. But like, we didn't have Henleys obviously when playing a team that already mentally kind of we need to be strong for, not having someone who does play a big role, I think also got to us a little bit. But considering that, I think we still had a great season.
We did.
Yeah.
Because not even like about Varsity Cup, the fact that we also played USA finals.
True.
Yeah, and we lost by 1, so we really do deserve the award.
I hope the selectors are listening. I hope the selectors are listening and watching, of course.
This year, guys. Like, we didn't final.
It really puts a lot of pressure on the other sporting course. But for now, thank you very much, ladies, for joining us in studio. And all the best for pre-season. I know it's getting a bit tough, but all the best also for the 2025 season. David, any last words? I know this is family.
This is family. I mean, there's quite a lot of things we can obviously touch on, but I think we just should wrap it up with, Alex. Well, both of you guys, what's next for you, both academically and netball-wise? You mentioned Spa Champs. So what can people look forward to personally for you guys?
You should come support because we're playing December for
1st till the 7th December.
So hopefully we'll be playing for the same team because she's not in her senior, but she might play for senior team, so we might play together.
Oh yes.
So you guys should come support for more netball because we're not done yet. The season is not over.
Hey!
I love the energy. I think that's all for me for now.
Okay. Well, ladies, all the best for the next season, as well as keep those balls going into those nets, and all the best for the season. I know you guys are getting gold in 2025. But for now, let's have a look at your upcoming.
As we are reimagining the future, here are our upcoming events in sport.
David, it's that time again. We spoke about the awards with the ladies, and they're like, they feel like they deserve it.
Count us in.
But we ran polls on the social media, and of course our 3 topics were who do you think will be crowned Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year?
Yeah.
And which team will take Team of the Year?
Yeah.
First of all, just please break it down in terms of criteria-wise. What makes one team or one qualify for Team of the Year or even qualify for Sportsman or Woman of the Year?
That is difficult. So the actual information is withheld from me as well because I'm close to the athletes, I'm close to the teams, you know, and obviously also like just procedures because there is a committee, external committee that, you know, sits when making decisions. So I think, they want to protect the information. So criteria-wise, in terms of the selection, I haven't had a look at the form, but I have access to the information. But but I think. From the top of my head, you know, it would be, you know, obviously by achievements and at what level. Is it a club level? Is it a university level? Is it a provincial? Is it a national level? So those are some of the things that would go into awarding points to the nominees. And then in that order, in that order of accumulation of points, then obviously a winner would be selected, or the top three would be selected, and a winner eventually.
And Barren go Instagram, because I know people have been coming.
It could be easy. Look, we asked the masses on who they think is going to be the Sportsman of the Year, Sportswoman of the Year, and Team of the Year for this year. You know, the common for Sportswoman of the Year, the common name that I am seeing is Cornelia Mupenda Netball, Bitumelo Mahluku Netball, Jovial Mbisha Athletics. Those are the common ones. Team of the Year, the common one that I saw is netball again. I saw multiple athletics. I'm looking at women's rugby here and there. Let's see. Netball. What UJ Netball, please? Athletics. Basketball is one. Cricket is one. Football is one. And then if we go to Sportsman of the Year, double in a quote, double USA champion Sabelo Dlamini. African champ, that's athletics by the way. African champ Chesil Johnson, athletics. Pamelo Ntwe, athletics, because he also represented the Team SA, the Cooksas in July. Rowan Malchas, you know, I mean, come on. He also went to train with the South African seven side, the Blitzbok. Hopefully I'm allowed to speak about that, the Gaza. Likona Finga, 20 years old, if I'm correct. Straight from high school, he played Varsity Cup, played 6 games and got injured ahead of the last one player of the match. Went to play Fidelity ADT Lions under 21. Went to play SA Rugby under 20. In a space of 6 months at the age of 20. Another name that I'm coming across is Rowan Malchas is quite a lot. Someone is mentioning Dio Divine Mkize. He's a squash athlete who played for Team SA in the FISU Squash Champs in September. Those are some of the names that are coming up, and I think by common thread, cricket, netball, and athletics are the,
strong contenders.
Yeah, strong contenders. So we'll see who gets the individual awards and Team of the Year in those categories amongst many other categories at the awards.
And now, David, I'm interested in what you're going to wear on the 1st. Well, it's on the 1st of November. So if you are not invited, don't worry. Stick on our social media pages. We'll bring it live to you.
Of course. As usual, they will be streaming the event.
Well, David, any last words for today? Crush of the week? Anyone who stood out? Well, highlight of the week was a bit tough for you.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking crush of the week will also be tough for you.
I don't know what I'm going to wear for the gala. I need to go and do some shopping.
Hey?
But yeah, look... just to cap it a bit, looking at the 2023 winners, the sportsman was Tsebo Matsuso, athletics. The sportswoman was Jovial Mbisha from athletics. Team of the Year was the UJ men's football team who had just been promoted to the ABC Municipal League. And the club of the year was Netball, if I recall well. And I think these categories will obviously be recycled this year, potentially with new winners. And I think, and also, there will also be some honorary commendations for staff and students who made national collabs or provincial official tournament at any point.
Yeah.
So we don't only honor the athletes for their performance or on the field, on the court, on the track, but the staff members as well who were called up to represent the country will definitely be recognized. So definitely looking forward to the glitz and glamour. Yeah, and then I'll find out what I need to wear. My goodness. Low key, I'm stressed. Low key, I'm stressed. But my crush of the week, I'll give it to Matshidiso Masibe, the UJ senior women's football goalkeeper. She in 29 games kept 14 clean sheets, and currently she is number one on the top 10 goalkeepers chart in the Hollywood Super League, with one more game to go. But it's not over yet.
Yeah.
She needs to get another win, obviously, with the help of a defense and a team in the upcoming last game for UJ. Because, Busija of Mamelodi Sundowns currently sits on 11 clean sheets, but they have 2 games in hand. So if she doesn't concede the 2 games, she'll have 13. UWC's Dlamini sits on 10 clean sheets, but her side has 4 games in hand, obviously, because they were at the Kosafa game. So, if Dlamini gets the 4 clean sheets, hypothetically, she'll end up on 14. And Matshidiso is on 14 now. That's why she needs to get the next clean sheet to sit on 15. Because statistically, if she gets the 15, they can't reach her because of the games left in hand. So I think, she can't concede. She needs to make sure one more. She needs to make sure so that she can become the goalkeeper of the season at the upcoming Hollywood Bets Super League awards. I think it will be another achievement for UJ if it really turns out the way I'm predicting it. And for her as well. Remember, she got the Golden Glove Award at the 2023 Varsity Diski Tournament. And she's on national duty. So I think she deserves it.
Hi, maybe I must go try my luck there by football. That is yeah, boy. But most definitely, thank you, David, for joining me today. And for the viewers at home, thank you very much for tuning into today's episode. We make sure to bring you all the spice, interviews, all interesting topics all around football. And most definitely, Jaka 1-1 Old Roya this past week. I'm not saying anything, but please make sure that you follow us on all our social media platforms. We are UJ_sport as well as UJTV 23. My name is Mpumelelo Dlamini, and from me to you, we say goodbye.